Hello, children. It's me again, shooting the shit about things that have been on my mind. And this is take 2. So let's hope this doesn't go like the last video did. Today's topic is body positivity and fat acceptance. Now, to me, body positivity is accepting the physical structures that you cannot change without some serious surgery. Such as, in my case, there are some unsymmetrical aspects of my figure. I accept that. I accept my broad shoulders. I accept my wide hips. I accept my thick thighs that have been a part of my body since long before my weight was ever really an issue. What I don't accept is the fat belly that has appeared over the years that I have been struggling to get rid of. I don't accept it because I know I can change it. And I know that is mostly my fault. It's partially my genetics, but it's mostly my fault because I knew long ago that when I hit a certain age, it would be harder to get rid of. And I knew that past a certain age, women in my family have an extremely hard time getting rid of it. I accept that it's my fault. Fat acceptance movement, to me, is a pile of bullshit. You don't have to accept that you are fat. I don't. I do not accept this. I don't accept this at all. I find this unattractive. And I expect other people to find it unattractive. I don't hate on the fact that people find this unattractive. Because I know in certain outfits, showing that off ain't a good thing. And mine isn't too bad in comparison to what people are trying to make us accept. In my case, I would just be considered a bit thick, a bit chubby. But when you've got people who are morbidly obese saying, you need to find me attractive, you need to accept this. No, we don't. Because I have been traumatized by being up close and personal with morbidly obese. It doesn't feel nice. It doesn't look nice. I say this from personal experience. It does not feel nice. Because I had to help someone who was falling down drunk, who decided they needed to get naked, get into their bed. She was cold, she was clammy, and squishy. It was a traumatic event. And yeah, I also say from a family perspective, my mother was quite heavy. She tried many years to get rid of it, but she was quite heavy. And there were a few times that I had to help her too. And I was closer to her than anyone in my life. So I accepted helping her. But again, it's not a pleasant thing to have to deal with all of that because I was afraid that I would make things worse in my mother's case. Because she had fallen in the tub and I had to help her up. The most I could do was help her to get into a position where she could get back up again. That's all I could do because she was too heavy for me. I don't accept being fat. She did not accept being fat. We at least are trying not to be. So when I see people all this time, these days, going on about, oh, fat acceptance, I'm fat and I'm beautiful, I'm fat and I'm healthy. You are not healthy. You know what fat does to you? You know what being that heavy does to you? It's doing it to me already. It causes joint problems. It causes heart problems. It causes breathing problems. It causes a shit ton of diseases that you would not have, that the taxpayer would not have to pay for if you were not fat. In my case, I got a bad knee. I fell on it twice, and it was crunchy according to the orthopedic surgeon. And now, because I'm heavy, it tends to hurt more. Because I'm heavy, I have a little problem with walking sometimes because my knee is injured and I'm fat. Injuries are worse when you're fat because there is more pressure on them to hold up all of your blubber. Simple facts. Diabetes, heart problems, blood pressure, blood sugar, all because you are fat. And don't try to lie to yourself. There is no health at any size. There's health at any shape because there are other shapes besides round. But there is no health at any size. If you are too skinny, you are unhealthy. If you are too fat, you sure as hell are unhealthy. Try and get to the middle. I'm close to the middle. I'd like to get closer. If you are far away from the middle, try to get closer. Don't use the fat acceptance movement to excuse your bad habits, to excuse not even trying. Try to be healthy. That's all people want. Just try to be healthy. And to hell with the fat acceptance movement because I don't accept being fat. And you shouldn't either. I accept my hammer ass because it's mostly my hips. I accept my thunder thighs, my dump trucks, because they are part of my body, because they have been part of my body long before I was fat. I do not accept my cake shelf because this is no longer a muffin top. I do not accept that, and you shouldn't either. So body positivity, accept those things that you can't change because your structure won't allow it, your bone structure won't allow it. But don't accept the fact that you pile onto it. Work out. And if you don't feel like working out, at least eat healthy. Eat a healthy meal. Don't pile a whole pile of food that's big enough to feed 3 people onto your plate and then go, oh, I've got a thyroid problem. No. No. Proper portion control. That's what that is. Fruits, vegetables, that's what that is. Don't eat burgers, chips, French fries, sodas, and then go, oh, I have a thyroid problem. No, you don't. You've been eating a whole pile of shit and you don't want to work it off. That's what that is. Fat acceptance movement, I don't accept. I don't accept it at all. And you shouldn't either. Be positive about those things that you can't change. I am positive about my long arms. I am positive about my broad shoulders. I am positive about my wider bone structure. I know that I will never be a size 10. I accept that. I'm perfectly fine with that. But I'd like to be a size 12. And I can get there. I know I can get there because I've been there before. If you are one of those people who have been been smaller before and you're all of a sudden fat, yeah, don't accept the fat. Try to get back to that size that you were before. Because if it's possible, if you have been there before, then it's possible for you to get there again. Me? I'll never be a size 10, or since I'm in the UK, a size 12, because the sizes are bigger. I know that. I accept that. I'm fine with that. My rib cage will not allow me to get into that because the zipper just won't go. I know because I tried on one of my sister's dresses. We're about the same size, and it stopped about here. But I know I can get down to a size 12. And I'm trying to get down to a size 12. That is the point. Try to get to where you know that you can. Try to get to where you know your body will allow. Try to get to that better point in your life when you were that much smaller, when you were that much healthier. My case, I am exactly the age that I am supposed to be, apparently, because I had that whole age health thing. My body is apparently physically at the age that I'm supposed to be. I'm trying to go a little younger, and you actually can do that. Don't accept the fat. Work it off. Work it down to where you actually are healthy, to where you have no or little to no health problems. Get down to where people aren't constantly worrying about you having a heart attack. Get down to where people aren't constantly worrying about you having a stroke. And stop trying to tell people that they need to accept seeing somebody killing themselves with food. That they have to accept and be attracted to somebody who cannot get up and down the stairs without heavy breathing and breaks. I don't accept the fat acceptance movement, and neither should anyone else.